Alrighty. So let's make ourselves grounding cable. So that thing is still on, but I think we can make a measurement without causing about a bunch of problems. Just got to be sort of close. So about there, and then up to here. Let's see if that works. Feed this in. Alright, and it just ratchets through. There we go. Double check again. Yeah, probably gonna work. Alright. Where's my other one? Alright, so now we get into this. Alright, similar kind of... Oh, that's not square. We want that to be square. See if we can clean that up a little bit. Okay, that's better. Alright. So, this thing's too big to use the auto stripper thing. So we'll do this delicately. Kind of measure. We want this to end right about where that slope starts. So we'll just kind of like that. And then we'll just delicately move this around, making little cuts. We don't want to cut a whole bunch of the strands if we can help it. So we'll make a few of these, maybe try to work it out a little. It's probably a better way to do it, but I do not know it. Alright, making some progress, and oh, it's almost there. Come on. Alright, well that one side is through. This one's almost there. If I were to keep at it, I'd end up cutting, well, more of those than I intended to. So let's see if I can use this blade to cut the sheathing. Alright. Alright, there we go. Only felt a couple strands fall, so that's good. Alright, so you can see it's kind of blooming out a little bit. I don't want it to keep going. There we go. That feels good. Now I want this to be flush like that. I know that there's going to be, so I'm going to take advantage of this natural bend where it's wanting to go like that. Alright. So we'll set this down gently so it doesn't fall off. Now we got this big boy. So we want this line to match up to the 2/0. There we go. Let's clear some space. Goes like that. Now, I don't know if it's supposed to be one side versus the other. I'm just going to try to be consistent. So I'm going to feed this through, and that's going to hold it right there. And then it's about centered. Oh. There we go. Pull this out. All right, so that's crimped. That should be good. All right, so you see there's a little bit of a gap. We don't want that. So that's what we have the heat shrink for. It's going to go right there. Where's my heat shrink gun? Since we have power now, let's take advantage of it. All right, that plugs in. All right. Sweet. We got that side done. Do the next side. All right, it's about where that one is. There we go. See if we can pull this off without messing everything up. I'm going to use a knife to get that little thing that's hanging. You can see I accidentally did cut some wires, but as long as it's not a whole bunch of them. There we go. Oh yeah, that one's connected too. Maybe we can just do it right here. There. Oh, yeah. Made a mess. Still not a ton of them lost. I'm just gonna go with it. Spin it to try to catch these hairs. Oh, there's a hair. Let's try to get that up in there. Spin it. Alright, all the hairs are gone. Okay, so we want this parallel. We want them to be orthogonal to each other. Okay. That's about it. We'll run this down just to be sure. That's good practice. These happen to be 3-to-1 heat shrinks. They're not always 3-to-1. Sometimes they're 2-to-1, and that means that sometimes they don't fit over the lug. So generally speaking, you want to put these over the wire before you completely fix the lug. These are 3-to-1s, it doesn't matter. Alright, so let's see. Let's get this in here and try to hold it in place. Don't want it to accidentally slip out. Okay, we'll fold it back, and here we go. And there it is. That's all crimped. Bring this up. Now this thing does draw a fair amount of current, and so I have the air conditioner off so that it's not completely blasting everything. It also just doesn't need to be on right now. All right. So there's that. So this one's good. I think. Let's see. So I'm pretty sure this is copper clad aluminum, but it's 8 gauge. It's pretty thick. It's just some stuff I had left over from installing my sound system. But what I want to do is I want to use this thing there. It might be too big. Well, let's see. So I'm gonna run it like that. And we'll auto strip. And we'll use one of these. Let's see, I'm gonna want like that, like that. Bit there. Yeah, I forgot this is that super stretchy stuff. That was useless. Oh man, I don't think I want to use this. Now, I got proper cable. Yeah, let's just ignore this. This is not really what I want. Let's just be consistent. I have this scrap here, and this is what, 10 gauge or 12 gauge? It's 10 gauge. Let's just use this. I think I'd rather do that. So we can put a fork on one side and the loop on the other. Okay. Let's just do that. I don't know if I got another fork. Don't I? Yeah, I do. I got a whole bunch. That might be two. It'll work. Tell you what, we'll do. Do that. Nice. Okay. Cool. That's on. That's on. Alright, let's make some space. Move this. That. Alright, let's turn these systems off. And let's get things connected. Let's turn. Inverter. Solar. And batteries. Just because I want to be cautious. Two volts? That can't be right. I don't like that. Why is there still 2 volts? Capacitors? I don't know. That is strange. That's disconnected. That's supposed to be disconnected. This is supposed to be disconnected. Is this pumping power into it? That'd be weird. The hell is 2 volts coming from? That's 1 volt. Well, that is the damnedest thing. We definitely, surely we don't have power. 1 volt. So somehow there's power from the battery side. Does this not fully disconnect? Alright. Let's just be pedantic. Of course. It's spinning on the backside. Alright, that's not touching. Watch, it still show like a volt. Yeah. Still has a volt somehow. And that's not touching. Alright, well. Let's just go with it. Hopefully I don't get zippy zapped. Alright, so unplug this to give me some room. Alright, that's hand tight. How am I going to get a screwdriver in there? Oh boy. Undo that, unscrew there, pull this back, and then get a screwdriver in. Let's set this down. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, I gotta break that. There. Alright, so that'll go on. And then this will go on. I hope that's fine. Is there someone that knows what they're doing will tell me. Alright, that's hand tight. Okay. And then this one. Okay. It's cockeyed, but what can you do? You could fix it, right? Okay. Should we try to make that more level? I don't know if we can. Probably. I don't know if I want to. I'm not going to button that up yet, because I still want to look at running the other cable. Okay. I think everything is plugged back in just right. I believe so. Alright, let's give it a try. Alright, that stuff's coming on. That's on. That takes a few minutes. Shit, I didn't do that. Give it a second for any capacitors to drain. Okay. Yeah, we gotta tighten this up. Okay. There we go. No notifications. Give it a second. Still nothing. Alright, let's turn on the heat pump. This isn't plugged in. That would probably help. There we go, AC load. Cool, no notifications. It's looking pretty good. Okay, let's turn that off. We'll let this keep going to charge up, but I think it's time for calories.